Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How is everyone doing on this marvelous day? I'm going to give you all the opportunity to check in. How is everyone doing on this marvelous day? I'm going to give, hold on, I'm having like a little glitch. Okay, now I'm back. So I just want to come in and see how everyone is doing. Welcome to my live stream, where today I will be talking about ways we give our power away and ignore our own feelings. That's what we're talking about today, which is a hot topic. I think is a very good topic for us to be talking about today, because a lot of us give our power over to people, right? And don't even realize that we've given our power over to other people. So today's topic is about ways we give our power away and we ignore our own feelings. And I believe that a lot of us are guilty of that we react and we respond in ways where we have lost total control of ourselves. And if we can't control ourselves, what makes us think that we can control anything or anybody else? And sometimes we get that confused with thinking that we can control other people. So today, I want to talk about, we all have people in our lives that get on our first, our middle, and our last nerves, right? But that doesn't mean that we have to give them a reason or give our power over to them because they rubbed us the wrong way or because they've done something that we don't agree with. And in relationships, whether it's friendship, whether it's marriage, whether it's girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be, we have the power to control what we give and what we allow in our lives. And so today I just wanted to give you all just some steps and just kind of make you aware of when you give your power away, even if you don't recognize it. So there are times in our lives when that I would come all out of character, right? There have been times in my life where I came all out of character, just for the wrong reason, just to get you told, just to get you right, right? That's what I was thinking in my mind, right? When I came all out of character because somebody done did something to me, I'm gonna give them the business. I'm gonna give them the business now, right? But it didn't matter where, it didn't matter to me where it was that I acted out of character. It didn't matter who it was that I acted out of character with, right? I was going to get you told. If you did something to hurt me, I was going to get you told, right? It was even in the church, right? Even in the church, if you did something, you was going to get told, because I was raised with the philosophy, wherever you show out at, right, that's where you're going to get dealt with at. Even though that's a bad philosophy, but that's what I was taught. But over the years, I have grown and I have learned that I'm the one that's looking crazy. So when we act out of character, when we do things, we are the ones that's looking crazy, right? We think that, we got it going on. I told this person this, I told this person that, right? But we are the ones that are actually looking crazy out there in the streets, on social media, or whatever the case may be, because we got somebody told. And it comes back to haunt you. It comes back. So today I want to show you several ways you might be giving away your power and that you don't even realize that you're giving your power away. Look, let me tell you something. As women, we are more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And I remember one time hearing Pharrell say to Oprah Winfrey that if women was to stop having babies, the world would cease to exist, right? That tells me how powerful we are as women. But we have to know it, we have to believe it, and we have to claim it, that we are we are powerful. And we have to be able to respond and not react in a way that's unbecoming or takes away from our character. That's what I'm talking about today. So empowering other people is productive, right? But giving away your personal power struggles your chances of success. Now, it's nothing wrong with empowering someone else. It's very productive, right? But when you give away your own personal power, it sabotages your chances of success. It sabotages you. And a lot of times we don't want to receive that. Like, I have a friend, she said, now when I get heat up in my chest, she say it's ugly. So we need to learn how to recognize when that heat is rising right? So that we do not give away our power to something or someone that doesn't even matter, who is not even, because they're a non-factor in our lives at that point, right? So as long as you allow the people to have a negative influence over the way you think, you know, the way you behave, the way you feel, you'll struggle to reach your greatest potential, right? Many of us want to reach a certain level in our lives, right? And how can we reach that level when we allow negative influence to affect how we feel, you know, what we think, how we behave, right? And I'm telling you this because I've been down that road, because I've allowed behavior, feelings, and thoughts and everything from things that have happened to take me all out of character, right? And then when I get out of character, I'm so convicted and I feel so ashamed for the things that I've done. But when you're in it, it feels good. But when it's over, it doesn't. I mean, you're not gratified in it because it's like, wow, I could have handled this so much differently. So today, I want to talk to you about just giving your power away and ignoring your own feelings in a relationship. Don't ignore your feelings to be able to give power to somebody else, right? So giving away your power robs you of your mental strength, and it derails you from your goals. Let me say that again. Giving away your power robs you of your mental strength, right? We only person we can control is us, right? That strength right there within itself. Because each day there are times where I don't even like myself, right? I don't even like the things that I do. I don't like the things that I say, right? But in order for me to stay mentally strong and mentally sane, I have to begin to impart positive things in my life. So when you are subjected to negative influences or subjected to negative situations, right? We have to be mentally strong enough to be able to respond and react in a way that won't take away from us. That's what I'm talking about today. Now, we can either become overactive and we wind up shouting and yelling. We are afraid of fear, where the person now is in control of our emotions, right? So I can get upset about something and I can take it from one extreme to the other. I said, we go down a rabbit hole. We just go there, right? I can begin to start yelling. I can holler, you know, I can do all of that stuff. Now I've allowed someone else to take control of my emotions. So what I'm talking about today is that I don't want to give anybody any control over my life, any control to my feelings, my thoughts, my emotions, none of that. And on today, I want to help you learn how to take control of your emotions and not let someone else dangle you up and down like you're a puppet. Right? Because when you allow them to take control and allow you to act out, have you act out of character, they are adjusting the temperature. They are adjusting your energy level. Like, let me see, can I get her hot? Let me say something crazy. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people do things without even realizing what they've said and how it affected you, right? And so we gotta get control. We gotta have the strength, right? To say, you know what? Not today. You ain't taking me there. I ain't going there with you today. Now, we are so tied into them, right? We are just like little puppets, like I said, because now we have allowed them to take control of our emotions. Now, a lot of us, we go into shutdown mode. When we're upset or we're angry about something, we go into shutdown mode where we are afraid of engaging because we are afraid of maybe someone leaving us. So now they control us in that aspect, right? So I can't allow myself to go in shutdown mode or become afraid because I'm afraid somebody's going to leave me. They still have control. Even in that situation, they still have control. We as women, sometimes we get upset, we go in shutdown mode, right? Well, guess what? The person you're upset with, they're going on about their life. They're doing what they want to do. And we sit in that power. We sit in shutdown mode because we're afraid of confrontation. We're afraid of engaging what has happened, right? Because we don't want someone to leave us. And the truth of the matter, right, is that whether we say anything or not, they're going to leave if they want to leave. So why not just say what is on your heart in a way that won't be attacking them, right? I have a friend, she can talk to you so cool and give you the business and you don't even know she done gave it to you. And she don't even act out of character. She don't even go there. Like, but I'm going to get this off my chest so I don't get heated. I'm gonna get it off my chest. But I was the opposite of that. I would get heated. I would go there. And sometimes I wouldn't even say nothing. People just know it in my facial expression or my body language that I'm upset. I don't have nothing to say. I ain't dealing with you. And that was still allowing them, giving them control of me in that sense as well. Right? So we're going to move on. So being able to own your own power and control your emotions is going to help you if you're dealing with a narcissist, right? Or someone that loves pushing your buttons. Like I said in the beginning, we got some people in our lives that get on your first, your middle, and your last nerve. They will push you to that point to where you just want to reach out and choke them, right? But we can't do that because, we'll go to jail. And this way you're going to be able to heal faster and overcome this and maintain your power, right? Don't let them push your buttons. Don't let them even know that they push your button. And this is how you get power. And you overcome this and you maintain your power and you maintain control of your emotion and you learn to breathe. So you learn how to balance out your emotions and stay in control. Now, this is kind of difficult for some of us when we get in a situation because we can breathe and we can continue to breathe and seem like the more you breathe, the more upset you get, right? But you have to get into a place where you breathe and you get in your mind like, you know what? It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it until it calms you all the way down and you can kind of laugh about it and keep it moving because you're like, no, you're not getting this out of me today. Not today. And what this all boils down to is emotional control. See, that's how we give our power away and we ignore our feelings in the relationship because we have now given someone else emotional control of our lives. And it's just like I said, they adjust our emotions however they want to adjust them because we done gave them control. So we're going to take our control back, right? When we're reacting, we start reacting from a place of extreme emotions because that's where that heat in your chest come from because now you're operating from a place of extreme emotions. We are no longer in charge of or in control of our emotions at all. You actually have given your power over already. So I want to talk to you about learning to stay in control of your emotions when you have been triggered or reminded of an event that has happened in your life. A lot of us don't realize when we give our power away, it stems from something that has happened maybe in the past or has happened recently, right? It's something that triggers us to act out of character. It triggers something in us that, that we have not addressed, that we have not dealt with. Like for me, there are things about me where bullying was a major thing that I experienced in my life. So whenever I run across someone that has those similarities or have that type of demeanor about themselves, it does something to me. Now I'm quick to pull back, right? Because I recognize something that might trigger me in a way where I have no control over my emotions, but I'm learning how to be mentally strong to where even though that happened in my life, I don't allow it to affect me and I don't respond in a way that would kill my character, in other words, right? So on today, we have to learn to respond and do things different. We have to learn how to respond, not react, and be different. So listen, this is a process in which you have to learn to transform your mind and your emotions. Once we start reacting to someone, right, what happens is we start to lose our control. So the emotional control is no longer in existence. You have given your power away. When we begin to respond or react to someone, right, who has done something to us or who has said something to us, we have no control of our emotions any longer. We are given control. No one deserves that. No one deserves to have that much power over us or over our lives. And I refuse to allow us to keep walking around blind with the fact that thinking that I got the power, I'm running this, I'm running that. And you're not, right? Because you've acted out of character, you tarnished your image, right? And guess what? People are going on about their lives. They're not, you concerned, they ain't even concerned anymore. They're going on about that. That's where grudges, that's where resentment, that's where family hostility come from, because we don't deal with the things that have transpired. We just hold grudges. She said this to me, she did that to me, right? You gave her control. You gave him control of your emotions, right? If it's not that serious, if it's not what they're putting at, for me, a person can say whatever they want to say, right? This is just where I'm at now. And I'm not saying everybody's there, because it is a process. The only thing I say, you can say whatever you want to say about me, right? Right? It doesn't matter, because to me, you are a non-factor, but you won't get a response out of me. You won't get a reaction out of me. You won't. It's not that I'm scared or I don't want, but you don't deserve my energy. You don't deserve my time. You don't deserve it, right? I don't even care if it's a family member. I'm at the place in my life where if family members are negative, if family members are sowing discord, if family members are keeping up drama, I distance myself for my own space, for my own sense of sanity, right? For my own energy, for my own level of peace. Because guess what? God said, this peace that I leave thee, right? He left us with this peace. It's not anyone's right to disturb it, or for me to allow them to disturb it. No one. I'm not going to allow you to disturb my peace, right? My concern is about me. My concern is about you. It's about us being healthy. It's about us being happy, and it's about us being whole. And the only way we can do these things is we have to learn how to take control of our emotions and not ignore the power that we possess on the inside, so that no one will take it away, right? We give it away so freely. No more, we giving it away. So on today, I wanted to just give you 10 signs you're giving away your personal power that you might not even have recognized and even thought about, right? So number one, you give into guilt trips, right? Guilt trips. People play on your emotions, especially if you're a giver, if you got a big heart or whatever, people will guilt you into doing things, right? That is a sign that you're giving away your personal power. If you change your mind every time someone tugs at your heartstrings, you give others power over your behavior. You give them power over your behavior. If you really don't want to do something, be strong enough to stick to your choices, even when someone tries to take you on a guilt trip. No is a complete answer. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. Number two, your self-worth depends on other people's opinion of you. No, not everyone is going to like you. I got that. But you don't have to let one person's opinion define who you are or how you feel about yourself, right? These are things that I have had to implement in my life, right? Because I thought my self-worth depended on someone else. I remember having a relationship with two friends where I felt like they were here and I was there because they had this and they had that and I hadn't accomplished this and I'm just beating myself down, right? Tearing my own self down. They wasn't tearing me down. I was tearing my own self down because I was lifting them here and putting me here, right? But I'm just as important. My self-worth is just as important. I'm just as smart. I'm just as intelligent as they are, right? I'm just as pretty as they are. But what I did, I messed up because I put them here. I put them here and I had me here. I'm not doing that any longer. And I had to learn that. So my self-worth don't depend on the opinions of others because everyone has one and everyone is not going to like Lisa. And I got that. Just like everyone is not going to like you. And it's okay. It's okay. Number 3, you have trouble setting boundaries. When I tell you that this has been something that has really kind of changed my life, I never had set boundaries in my life to where I noticed I had boundaries, in other words. So for me, learning and understanding that boundaries are something that I set for myself, so it shows and it teaches people how to treat me or how I want things done. I'm at a place in my life now where I don't have to say a word about my boundaries. I will sit and listen to a conversation with someone. And if what they're saying is not aligning with my spirit and is not aligning with my beliefs and is not aligning with the things that I want in life, then guess what? I will not form a relationship with that individual or that situation, in that situation, because it's not going to change. It's going to be just like they want it. Just because if you let a person talk long enough, they'll tell you exactly who they are. And that's what I've learned to do. Listen more, talk less. Number 4, you complain about all the things you don't have, right? I was one of those people, I don't have this, I haven't accomplished that, I haven't accomplished it. But I didn't take the time to step back and look at all the things that I had accomplished. I'm married, been married 27 years. I have 2 grown children. Nobody has children at this point, right? Educated, not bragging, but just talking about the goodness of God and the things that he has provided. I have a house, I have a covering over my head, I have a vehicle that I can get in, that I don't have to walk anywhere, right? But what I was looking at is this big grandeur of things that I should have had at this point in my life, instead of looking at the things that I do have. Right? It said, be grateful for the things, the small things. The small things that you have, right? Don't despise the small beginnings. Don't despise the small things that you have in your life. Don't do it, right? So you also get to decide how to spend your time. No one forces you to go to work, see the dentist, or attend that family gathering. As an adult, you get to make the rules. You get to make the rules. When you set boundaries, right? And you stop complaining about all the things that you don't have, you get to set the rules. So if you don't have something in your life and you want it, you got to go out there and get it. You got to work for it. Nobody's going to give you anything, and you know that. So you got to go and work for what you want, because you set the rules. I set the rules for me. I set the rules in my life, and to have a happy and healthy life and peace in my life, I have to set the rules about who I allow in my space and in my life, as well as you. You hold grudges. I talked about grudges. Why hold a grudge? Grudges won't do anything to diminish the other person. It's not going to do anything to diminish the other person's life, but it can wreak havoc on your own life. Holding grudges and resentment, when God talks about forgiving, right? We have to learn how to forgive, and not for them, but for us, right? I want to see the blessings that he had for me and what he's bringing in my life, but I'm not going to receive anything that he so desired for me to have, because I'm holding a grudge against someone that don't even care, ain't even concerned. A grudge does not affect their life, because they still living. It affects your life, right? So whether someone hurt you yesterday or 10 years ago, holding a grudge allows that person to take up space in your life. Look, no one's taking up space in my life. I don't have the capacity to have other people taking space up in my life. I don't. I just don't. And I hope to God that you don't have the capacity. You have enough capacity for the things that you want in your life and you want to accomplish in your life. And I don't have the capacity to be worrying about other people, what they've done, their opinion, whether they like me, whether they want to be around. I don't have the time. That takes up too much of my space, too much. And I just refuse to do that. Number 6, you've changed your goals based on other people's opinion, right? Whatever goal that you have set, somebody might have said something, now you didn't change that. Many super successful people like J.K. Rowling and Madonna were rejected at one time or another, but they didn't let rejection stop them. Changing course just because someone doubts your abilities gives that person the power over your life. So I'm gonna give you an example. When I first decided that I wanted to do coaching, right? I wanted to start my own business. People were like, girl, you better stay on that 9 to 5. You ain't nobody gonna buy into that. You know what I'm saying? They can go get them a therapist or whatever. You got problems yourself. How you gonna coach somebody else, right? If I had to listen to them, I wouldn't be on this Facebook Live with you right now. I would not be here. But I pressed on and I changed my mind and I keep pushing and I keep pushing, right? Because guess what? I'm here to help you as well as you help me, right? We are here to encourage one another. So I will not let the opinion of others change my goal. I have a goal that I want to reach and I will reach that goal. And that's just it, right? This is work in progress. This is not something that happens overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. Well, we decide to not listen to other people and their opinion. But we think about it, other people's opinion matters nothing. It's just an opinion. Because if they want to do something right, what I've started to notice is that when people want to do things, they don't ask, Lisa, is that okay if I do it? No, they don't ask. They just do it. They just do it. And when I know about it, they've already done it. So I'm that way now. I don't ask anyone's opinion about something that I'm trying to do for myself. I just do it. And if I fail at it, guess what? I heard someone, you fail forward. I'm not gonna fail backwards because then I'm gonna fail forward. That means I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna pick myself up, see where I messed up, where I went wrong, and I'm keep it moving. Keep it moving. You're hypersensitive to criticism, right? All of us need feedback. Feedback from other people can be instrumental in helping you become your best you. I want mentors. I want people in my life. I want friends in my life that will tell me the truth. I have a friend that will tell me the truth, but she tells me in a way to where it's like, it's not demeaning me, it's not hurting my feelings, but it makes me think, Lisa, are you doing that? I don't get offended by it because I know she loves me and I know she's doing it. It's coming from a good place. It's not coming from a place where it's going to tear me down. But if you value other people's input too much, you may avoid doing anything that could lead to criticism, right? And that could prevent you from living your best life, right? So if you listen to other people's opinions too much, right? And then it's like, oh, I don't want to disappoint her, because then you will avoid, right, doing anything that's going to cause any kind of confusion or them criticizing you or anything, right? And this prevents you from living the life that you want to live. Look, tell me when I'm wrong. Criticize me when I say something wrong. Say, if I didn't say a word right, like, okay, Lisa, you didn't say that word right. Okay, I say it right the next time. I'm not going to get upset about it because that's how we learn. We need feedback, not criticism, but feedback about us, our behavior, right? And what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Now, other people, number 8, other people have the ability to bring out the worst in us, right? And that's true. Other people can bring out the worst in us. If you allow someone else to cause you to get so angry or do things you later regret, or you succumb to pressure to do something against your values, you give your power away. Listen, let me tell you something. I just went through this situation myself just a little while ago, right? Where I allowed somebody to pressure me into doing something that was totally against what I believed was right, right? Totally against. And I felt this person don't respect me because if I'm telling you this is not what I do, right? And this is not how I handle things, and you constantly trying to pressure me to do it, I need you out of my life. I need you out of my life. I need you gone. Because I don't need anything to entice me to do things that's going against my values. Not at all. No matter what is going on around me, I don't put myself in situations where I got to come back and repent or ask for forgiveness later. I don't put myself in those type of situations. I don't. Right? Number 9, you spend a lot of time talking about people that you don't like. Okay, we all guilty of that, right? Because people, I'm just gonna put it like that. Every minute you spend thinking about someone you don't like or complaining about someone you don't want around you, right? To be around you, is 60 more seconds you give that person, right? When you dwell on negative people, you give them power over your thoughts. 60 more seconds you give that person, right? The more you talk about them. And as I stated before, the more you say something about somebody, they don't even know. You in your house talking about, they don't even know. They don't even care. They're going on about their business, right? But when you dwell on negative people, you give them power over your thoughts. Now, these are things that you probably didn't even realize or recognize that could take you to a place where you're giving your power away and you're ignoring your own feelings because you're so consumed by them, right? So number 10, other people determine the kind of day you're going to have. Okay. I do a check-in, right? Because I want to see what's going on out there. How you doing, right? I want to know what's going on with you. Because guess what? Nobody deserves to dictate how my day going to be at all. When I get up in the morning time, I say, good morning, Lisa. I go have my cup of tea. I sit outside. I talk with the Lord and I do what I need to do. I set my day. I'm not going to allow anybody to redirect my day. I'm not going to do it. The kind of day you're going to have should not be centered around the boss's mood or your co-worker's action. It shouldn't. If it's up to you to make a good day despite whatever's going on around you. It's up to you. Everything that I've talked about in this Zoom, in this live stream, right? It's all up to you. It's just a decision that you have to make. You have to be intentional. And I promise you, I'm not telling you that I don't fit in some of these categories that I just talked to you all about, because I have, but I'm intentional about my life. I'm intentional what I want in my life. I'm intentional about who I want in my life and what I'm going to allow them to bring into my life. And that's what we have to be. That's what we have to get to as women. We have to be intentional. We have to decide what we want in life and not let someone else dictate that. So take back your power, right? Take back your power. It's not too late to take back your power. Commit to becoming the driver and not the passenger, right? Not the passenger. In your life, decide that you're going to be in control of how you think, how you feel, behave, regardless of the situation that you find yourself in. Be the driver, not the passenger. Because when you're driving a car, you're not the passenger, you're driving, right? You're in control of what street you go down. You're in control of whether you're going to stop at this stop sign or go through it, right? You're in control of that. You're in control of whether you're going to run into a car and smash it or not. On the passenger side, they're not in control of anything because they're sitting there on the passenger side while you or whoever is in control of everything. Don't give anybody the right to control your life. You be the driver. Now, I want to talk to you. Over the coming weeks, I will be building a community that will help provide you with the resources, right, and the tools to help you overcome trauma. And if there are any pressing questions that you may have, and if there's anything you want to know, right, we can work together more specifically to overcome your trauma, right? All you have to do is comment in the comment box, right? Or you can DM me, which I will put the link in the comment, right? So that you can DM me and we can have a conversation, right? And also very soon I will be opening the doors to Trauma to Transformation Coaching Academy. This is a program where I guide clients through my 4-part transformation framework, right? So that you can heal the trauma and be on your way to a happy and whole, thriving relationship with yourself within 6 months, right? It's not open for enrollment yet, but if you want to be the first to get on this, get the details about when the doors open, right, and get more details about this program, all you got to do is get on the wait list, and I will put that link in the comment as well. So if you're on the wait list, You'll get all access to the early bird pricing when the doors are open. But for now, if you forget, just check your inbox if you want me to DM you, and I will DM you. But as for taking ways of taking your power back and not ignoring your feelings, right? In a relationship, you don't give anyone power. You don't give no one deserves that power. God has given you the power, right, over your life. So don't let someone do a guilt trip on you. Don't let someone make you feel like your self-worth doesn't matter. Begin to set boundaries in your life. Look, don't complain about everything that you don't have. Think about the things that you do have. Look at the things that you do have, the blessings that you do have. Look, don't hold any regret, no grudges, no resentment toward anyone, because guess what? That gives them space in your life, right? You have to, don't change your goals. Whatever you decide that you want to do in your life, you stick to that. You don't have to tell everybody what you're doing, right? Because guess what? God did not show them that. God did not give them that vision that you have. So you can't tell everybody what you're doing if they're not going to celebrate you. Don't be so sensitive to criticism. We're going to be criticized. That's just life. We're going to be criticized. So you got to be strong enough to be able to handle it when it comes. It's a process. It is a process. It's not going to happen overnight, right? And don't give people the ability to see the worst in you. Don't give them. I did that for so many years, thinking I was right, and people, form their opinions. I was like allowing them to label me and put, things on me that was not me. And guess what? Because I didn't know who I was, I took on what they put on me, right? And I acted just like they said I was acting, right? And don't spend your time talking about folks. They don't care. Can't nobody hear. You ain't telling them anyway. You just in your house talking. You got them people in your house. You talking about them, and they in Egypt somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Don't give people that much power, right? And don't allow other people to determine your day. So on today, with that being said, I hope and I pray that this has been vital and important to someone that may be going through these things, maybe going to the place of giving your power over to people, right? And ignoring yourself in relationships, whether it's in your marriage, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, whether it's whatever relationship it is. Don't give anyone power over your life. All right. You all have an amazing day, and I will see you all next week. And I got a good topic for you on next week. All right. You all have a great day. Bye-bye.